All right, guys, good morning. Let me bust out my timer. Or not good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you guys choose to stretch. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the upper body right now. So we're going to do an upper body stretch. What we're going to do is thread the needle. So in the thread the needle, I'm going to put my left arm out in front, my right arm right underneath, and I'm going to hold this position right here. Now, when I'm doing this, I want to try to keep my opposite hand, this hand right here, as flat as possible while I'm reaching with this arm and bringing this shoulder to the ground. I'll feel the stretch in this backside shoulder. All right, if you guys want to play music at home or do whatever, go ahead. It's going to be kind of quiet. I'm just going to be hanging out here, just going through the stretches. I have my timer right here and just hang out. The biggest thing is you just want to let your body naturally fall into the stretch. Don't force it, let it fall into the stretch. Got my timer right here so I can see where we're at. And then try to get your opposite arm flat on the ground. All right, from here, we're going to lay flat on the ground, twist across, arm out to your side. Just another stretch, chest stretch. Arm can be up or out directly to the side. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm using my other opposite arm, my left arm, as leverage. So I create leverage with this left arm for my right arm. And I'm just creating leverage to open up that backside shoulder. All right, we're going to rotate over to the opposite side. We're going to come up, thread the needle, opposite side. Right arm out in front, left arm across the body. Try to get that hand nice and flat. Make sure my timer's on. It changed to alarm clock so I can see my timer. When you're doing this, your butt will be up in the air. Your butt is over your hips are over your hips are over your knees, and you're in this position right here. We're going to lay flat now. We're going to roll out of that nice and easy. Lay flat on the ground. We're going to do a twisted cross, opposite side. This is for the pec. You will feel it slightly in the shoulder. Get that arm, this arm, to create leverage to stretch the opposite side. All right, easily roll out of that position right there. We're just going to go ahead and take a quick seat. We're going to do a seated forward fold just to decompress the back. Just hang out right here. You don't need to force a stretch. Just hang out, let your body naturally fall into the stretch. When I'm doing this, I'm breathing nice and easy. I'm doing a lot of nasal breathing, so I'm breathing in through my nose, I'm holding it, and I'm exhaling and holding. I tend to do different strategies with my breathing. Today, the strategy is 8-second in, 8-second in, 32-second out, so 1001, 1002 to 8, and then, count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, then you hold 1, 2, 3, 4 for 32 seconds, then you exhale for 16 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So I'll go through the first one. Exhale. All right, let's switch into a low dragon. Now remember, when you guys are breathing like this, you should be breathing through your nose. You shouldn't be breathing through your mouth. Everything should be through your nose, guys, okay? Now, when I'm in this low dragon or this dragon right here, my back leg is straight. My opposite leg is just bent right out in front. All right. My hands are right here inside the knee. Okay, and they're just hanging out. I'm just hanging out in this position right here. All right, and come off of that, and let's go ahead and switch sides, please. Left leg out in front, right leg behind. When I'm in this position, I'll drive that knee out a little bit. I'll drive that knee out, and I'll feel it in the back hip flexor, and then also I'll feel it in the front thigh as well. Oh, how in the hell I got blood? All right, guys, I'm going to slowly roll out of that. I'm going to come down here into a seated position. I'm going to go into my saddle position right here. Now with my saddle position, all right, I do this position a lot. Why? Because I really like the effects that it has on my ankles and my knees. All right, so we're just going to hang out in this saddle position. All right, when we're doing this, we're going to hang out here for roughly about a minute. You can lay all the way back if you want to. This is where I feel pretty good because I'm trying to target the top of my quads, my knees, and my ankles. When you lay back, it goes a little bit into your back. When I go down to my elbows, I'm still targeting my quads and I'm targeting my ankles. But when I lay all the way down, now the lay down part targets more of my lower back. I don't need my lower back as much right now. I need more of my quads. They're a little tight right now, so that's why I'm in this position right here, hitting the quads and the ankles and the knees. Still focus on your breathing, nasal breathing in. 8 seconds in, 32-second hold, 16 seconds out. So in. Hold. Exhale. All right, and we'll repeat that sequence. Go ahead, let's come out of that. Once we come out of that position right there, we're gonna lay on the ground. We're gonna do something for our lower back, a little bit more decompressing. We're gonna pull our left knee to our chest. Once we pull it to our chest, we're going to pull that leg across our body, and then from there, we're going to get that stretch up this region right here. You want to try to keep your shoulders connected to the ground. You don't want your shoulders up, you want your shoulders connected to the ground. This hand right here is going to pull my knee to the ground, while everything in the back side, my shoulder blades, should be connected to the ground. If I'm too tight and my shoulder's up, that's fine. Just try to pull it back down as best as you can. We got roughly a little over 30 seconds. I'm still focusing on my counting and my breathing. All right, guys, slowly rotate back over to the opposite side. We'll hold for a minute to the opposite side. Knee to the chest, pull it across that body. Keep both shoulder blades connected to the ground. Use this hand to pull the knee down. If it's too tough for you, do the best that you possibly can. All right, guys, about 10 more seconds. All right, next we're going to go back into that same position, but we're going to do what's called a bretzel. So, what's a bretzel? I'm going to pull this leg across my body just like this. I'm going to do all of the same movement that we just did, but the difference is this leg is going to come up, and I'm going to pull this heel to my butt while I'm pulling this knee to the ground, and I'm putting both of my shoulders pinned back as best as I can on the ground. It's called a bretzel. Ten seconds. And slowly come out of it. All right, we're going to rotate and switch to the opposite side. From here, we're going to cross the shoulders, across the body, cross this leg, across my body, using this hand to pull it down. This opposite leg, this hand is going to grab while I'm trying to pin my shoulders to the ground and pull my knee across my body. It's called the bretzel. Now, I'm still breathing through my nose and I'm still focusing on my breathing. All right, when I'm doing this, I'm still focusing on trying to twist my spine and get my shoulders flat on the ground. And I'm trying to relax as much as possible while I'm holding this stretch to let the muscles relax and breathe themselves up. 30 seconds. All right, slowly come out of that, guys. From this position here, I'm going to sit all the way up. All right. Then I'm going to just go over to a frog. Now with this frog position, I'm going to separate my feet. I'm going to try to keep my foot flat on the ground, get my ankles flat on the ground, and I'm going to start with my hip over my knee, and I'm going to slowly push my butt back. As I push my butt back, I'll get into a deeper stretch right here. 1 minute. All right, guys, slowly come out of that. That was 1 minute right there. Slowly come out of it. I usually push myself forward and peel myself off and come all the way back. The now last one we're going to do is we're going to do a forearm stretch, and then after that we're going to go into a rebound effect. After we do the rebound effect, if you guys still feel like you need a stretch, I just took you through a series of different stretches throughout the body. You can go into more detailed stretches if you have something that's lingering a little bit. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to place both hands underneath the shoulders. Fingers are going to be pointing back to me. I'm going to spread my fingers and I'm going to lean back. I should feel the stretch all in my forearms. This is going to be basically we were holding this for a minute, but we got roughly about less than 35 seconds left. Remember, the hands should be directly underneath those shoulders and lean back. Your hands may end up in front of you. My forearms are tight, so that's why it looks like I haven't even moved. All right, slowly come out of it. Now, what's going to happen right now, guys, you guys should just lay down and do a rebound effect. With the rebound effect, it should be anywhere from, roughly 3 minutes to 5 minutes where you're just letting it sink in. If you want to stretch some more, you can spend some time stretching some more. Next week, I'm going to have some more videos out there. The videos are going to involve foam rolling. So things that I'm going to need you to have is like a lacrosse ball or a foam roller, because we're going to go do mobility, stretching, and then some activation. Hope you guys had a wonderful stretch, and I'll see you guys later.